What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your host Derek Thomas here. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Um, Sincerely appreciate you guys for liking, commenting, and subbing to the channel. But anyway, let's hop into the video. Today's video, it's a bit, it's a bit personal to me. Reason why is because I am really big into fitness. I enjoy fitness. I enjoy exercising. I enjoy working out. I enjoy keeping my body healthy because I personally believe that if you don't keep your body healthy, you only have one body, and your body's kind of like it's essentially your machine in life. And if you don't keep it healthy and you poison it with bad drinks and foods, it's not going to do what it needs to do for you in life. But anyway, the video that we are going to be covering today is why obesity is skyrocketing in America and what to do. So let's hop into the video.
Winning their battle against obesity.
People in more states are larger than ever.
We're spending $150 billion a year treating obesity.
Experts say this is an alarming trend. Obesity rates are up again.
Why more Americans than ever need to take their health seriously.
Back with a single patty and no middle bun.
America has been one of the most unhealthy, overweight, and over-medicated countries in the world for a while now.
Facts.
With no signs of change, obesity rates continue to climb year after year. But is there any hope? Are there changes that USA can make, no matter how small, that can send Americans on a trajectory toward better health and a better life? Or is it too late? Will we be forced to sit back and watch as this deadly trend continues? Let's go over some of the topics I believe that have contributed to this crisis, along with some thoughts on areas where improvement could help get Americans fit, healthy, and live better quality lives.
In every school, in every state. After all, you can't teach a hungry child.
Here are some examples of foods being served to school children in other parts of the world. Now here's a pretty standard school meal in the US. Notice the difference? Why is America severely lagging behind when it comes to what is being fed at school? Well, it can pretty much be boiled down to money, specifically when the government allowed corporations to begin feeding its children. In 1970, schools began struggling to continue providing meals with the current system that was in place. Big food companies, seeing a window of opportunity, jumped in and lobbied for schools to serve the food they had since it was already prepackaged, convenient, and required minimal prep work. The system that was established looked something like this. Food and beverage companies contribute money for political campaigns, which then gives them power to influence food policy and what gets published in the dietary guidelines set by the USDA. Basically, the organization that sets the nutritional standard and comes up with the lunches is also funded by companies that are trying to profit, causing
Wow.
a clear potential for bias and conflict of interest. By 1979, nutritional standards for school lunch items were loosened to the point where a USDA official was quoted, "If a candy bar has a minimum 1 nut in it, we feel it is above our minimum nutrient standards."
Wow.
With child obesity having tripled since the 1970s, in 2010, Michelle Obama led the Healthy, Hunger-Free Kids Act, which sought changes such as including more whole wheat, more vitamin-fortified foods, and so on. A term coined scientific nutrition came into play where companies would make slightly altered versions of their products to fall into line with new guidelines, such as adding more vitamin C to their fruit-flavored candy, which often counted as a fruit, and even a push to make ketchup and the sauce found in Domino's supplied pizza count as a child's serving of vegetables. In short, companies quickly mastered.
So you're telling me that the fact that there is tomatoes in pizza that makes it healthy. The fact that a fruit roll-up has more vitamin C makes it healthy. We're not going to factor in any of the sugar, the high, I have a hard time saying this, high corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup that's in the products, man. This is asinine. This is crazy.
The art of checking the boxes on certain nutrients to continue getting their products to school cafeterias and the
It's all
mouths of
about money.
children. Speaking of Domino's, there's a popular program where the more pizza gets bought by schools, the more reward points the school can get, which can then be traded in for new kitchen equipment and even merchandise. Sure hope schools are choosing more kitchenware so they don't have to keep serving so much Domino's. Let's now take a look at a typical Japanese elementary school and see how they handle school lunch. In Japan, children have an active role in every stage of the school meal. The philosophy of what makes up a healthy meal is also very different from the US.
学校給食の中の給食の役割、目的についてですが、まず健康な体づくりのために食が大事であるということを子どもたちが学ぶ大切な場であると思っています。
Students are ingrained with respect for where their food comes from.
2年生が農業のうちの農園に職場体験で今日来てます。で、明日給食で枝豆ご飯を食べるので、そのための今準備をやっています。
Each child also gets a menu of what they will be eating for the month, with each meal requiring a healthy range of calories and protein, fat, and carbohydrate ratios. By implementing a similar system, Americans from a young age would not only know what constitutes a healthy meal, but how to make those meals themselves. Americans tend to like things fast, simple, cheap, and most of all, convenient.
That's true.
These conveniences make life easier and objectively better in many ways than the past. But are these conveniences holding a dark secret? One that is costing the
I honestly personally believe that the food industry in the United States plays on just human nature. As humans, we consume. And the food industry plays into our consumption. As human beings, we prefer things to be a lot more, we will prefer things to be a lot more fluent and easier. And that's what America is. Everything is just fluent and easy. If I feel hungry, I don't have to get out my car. I don't have to get out my car or go to my house and prepare meals for me to cook. I can just pull up to a McDonald's and get something to eat. I could pull up to a Burger King, a Pizza Hut, and just grab something to eat. So the convenience plays into us gaining weight too. Because a lot of people see that, oh, it's a lot of work. I don't have time to prep my food. I don't have time to cook. It's the convenience. And the food industry in America plays right into it. They know that Americans, they're not going to want to get up and cook. They're not going to want to go to the grocery store and cut tomatoes and make rice and do all of that stuff. So let's make things so convenient for them to the point where, you know, they're able to consume our products. We can make more money. And hey, being fat is a choice. That's how these businesses see it. These businesses are sitting here like, you do not have to consume my products, but you are.
the health of Americans? For the first time in history, the USA and other developed countries have seen a major shift. Lower income households are now, on average, more overweight than the higher income households, and the gap is widened.
And
To understand why, let's look at
I've been saying that it's for the first time in history, poor people are overweight and unhealthy, and rich people are healthy and living a healthy, balanced life. I mean, I could say this due to, healthier foods are more expensive. I could make a lot of, I could put a lot of assumptions in this what I just said, in my comment that I just said. But typically, if you're poor and you don't have enough to afford food, you would typically consume less. Granted, you consuming less, intaking less calories, meaning that you would be more slimmer. You would just be more slimmer. You'd be more fit. The rich have the money to buy food. They can consume whatever they want. They have money. So you would assume that they would be more, obese or more out of shape because they have the money to buy whatever food that they want. But it looks like this time in history, the roles has switched, and it's honest truth. It's honest truth. It's honest truth. I don't see any rich, wealthy people as a whole being obese, overweight, out of shape. I really don't. I see a lot of the poor and the middle class being obese, obese, overweight, and out of shape. So, food for thought.
Life through the eyes of an early 20th century farming family, which made up over 30% of the U.S. population. Almost all your family's needs were met on the farm, from a cistern used to collect rainwater for drinking and baths, to the fruits, vegetables, and meats you worked all day to maintain. These mandatory daily tasks of upkeep kept you moving throughout the day. Even things such
And
as
we don't do
running
that
water
anymore
was
as
no small
Americans.
feat. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner came directly from the farm with minimal processing. Every ingredient was only a few steps away from your plate. Fortunately, advances in technology means that today, convenience is literally at your fingertips. And a shower is only a twist of the wrist. However, this convenience can come at a cost. A 20th century farmer would be amazed at what can be bought in one place. Potatoes, carrots, chicken, Doritos, Fruity Pebbles, Little Debbie. Wait, what? He would think to himself, not having any idea what these foods were. He picks up a bag of Doritos and tries to find some clues. There are only a few ingredients he can understand, much less pronounce. Bewildered, he has no idea what the steps were to make this product. Processing foods was simple in the farmer's days. Cooking, grinding, and canning to preserve was pretty much all that was available then. Today, 73% of the U.S. food supply is classified as ultra-processed. Ultra-processed is defined as industrially formulated edible substance derived from natural food or synthesized from other organic compounds, designed to be highly profitable, convenient, and hyperpalatable through food additives such as preservatives, colorings, and flavorings. To summarize, food companies making cheap food as tasty as possible with added chemicals to turn a profit. Entire laboratories are hard at work to ensure every bite of your bag of fried corn mush with 20 added chemicals is as pleasing as possible to your palate, with the goal of creating a future customer. These high-calorie, low-nutrient, addicting foods are increasingly available and convenient, from common shopping to the...
And they play into making these foods taste good. They play into your taste buds as human beings. I'm telling you, this whole food industry in the United States is a lot bigger than what you really think it is. It's a lot bigger. That's the reason why citizens of the United States are bigger, because it plays into your taste buds. It plays into sound, crunchiness of Cheetos. It plays into your sight, colors as well too. They do specific colors, specific tastes, specific sounds to play into you purchasing their product.
growing reliance on fast foods. Ultra-processed and fast food.
I know people that cannot stand looking at vegetables because they're green. That cannot stand the only time they would look at a vegetable if it's in their burger. That's the only time they would consider eating vegetables if it's served with something relatively unhealthy.
Food have many studies finding links on not just increasing the number on the scale, but everything from cognitive decline, depression, stress, and feelings of hopelessness and despair, making it even harder to break the destructive cycle. As life seems to get more fast-paced and streamlined, we have to remember to take the time to pay closer attention to the habits that are shaping our health and quality of life. Plan out meals for the week that the family can choose together, and set aside time to be active for the day. Making the time and perhaps spending a little extra money on healthier food choices now can prevent being forced to later.
Oh, here we go. This is it. Now this is what this is where things completely come. This gets flipped upside down. This body positivity movement.
The science isn't actually as clear cut as we like to believe, and there's not really quite a consensus yet about the real relationship between weight and health. Obese people and even morbidly obese people have just as good of health, or sometimes even better health, than people who are in the healthy weight range.
Delusional.
Beginning as a radical fat activism
Delusional.
that can be traced back to the late 1960s, where it and ethnic minority women groups protested against underrepresentation and discrimination in the fashion and beauty industry.
And the first thing they always start with to get this body positivity movement pushed is women and black people. Women and black people. It's always if they need to get an agenda pushed, they're gonna start with the women, with the white Caucasian women of the United States and black people of the United States if they want to get a agenda pushed across. Golly.
Industries and
I can't make
eventually
this up,
morphing
guys.
into the body positivity
Can't make
movement
this
that
up.
is growing in America and the world today. Some believe that the corporate brand campaigns and capitalism itself is responsible for its shift in message from one of representation to mainly being centered on the idea of self-love, no matter the shape. However, I believe that the real culprit is actually.
Let me know if you guys see a picture that he's making the depiction of body positivity. Let me know if you see a group of men that's supporting this. A group of men. I'm not talking about this one guy in the back. I'm talking about a group of men that's backing this up.
Actually hidden in human psychology, and also what makes this movement so dangerous. But first, remember the lady you heard talking earlier? She goes by
Delusional.
Dr. Kat Pauzet, a well-known fat activist who uses online outlets to promote fat acceptance in society and teach her background in fat studies. Sadly, while doing research on her, I found she passed away recently at the age of 42.
Damn.
This seems to be common in many of the voices in the body positivity movement, from social media to doctors, authors, podcasters, and teachers. The people who spread the message of fat activism were often dying at shockingly young ages. Their love your body no matter the size, and even outright denying the well-researched consequences of obesity is clearly having an effect on not only their own health, but their followers as well. But for many people, it's
Majority of them are women.
Being fit is better in many ways, inside and out, and loving yourself is important, but that should not keep you from wanting to change. In fact, it should be the driving force. The real question is, why is this ideology being latched onto? The body positivity movement shields its followers by making its own construct, one that is free of societal pressures by promoting the idea that you can be healthy at any size and condemning anything or anyone that does not
Just
align
blatantly
with the message.
lying.
And here's where the movement manipulates people. Learned helplessness is a psychological phenomenon discovered through a rather cruel experiment involving shocking dogs. The gist is that when a dog is given unavoidable shocks over a period of time, it will eventually stop even trying to avoid the shock, even if it can be avoided in a future setting. The adopted body positivity movement beliefs strips the follower of the desire to change by shaping the current electric shock of your struggles of obesity as being genetic. Fat activist research goes as far as to say intentional weight loss puts the body under significant amounts of chronic stress. Although probably beginning with good intentions, modern-day fat activism has created an echo chamber of distorted health information and finds susceptible people through social media and corporate campaigns. Body positivity is now self-harm disguised as self-love.
They need to bring bullying back. We need to bring bullying back where it's like, bro.
Break through the algorithm-influenced mainstream media message that is feeding on people's insecurities and know that anyone has the power to make improvements in their health and weight. Racking up little wins by making lifestyle changes such as better sleep hygiene, which alone can be life-changing, giving you more energy and even willpower through the day, and has been proven to help lose weight. Picking up good habits such as morning walks and learning the macronutrients and accurate calorie intake can have a snowball effect in improving mental and physical health by all metrics.
Big
America
Pharma.
is the most medicated country in the world. While understanding that medicine is important for those with birth defects, handicaps, and other conditions, the majority of prescribed medication is treating the symptoms that come from an unhealthy lifestyle. The pharmaceutical industry has found a new cash cow, with the repeat customers of Americans relying on the drug equivalent of a patch job to live a more normal quality of life. In 2019, obese American adults paid on average $1,861 more per year than those of a normal BMI, with the healthcare system bringing in almost $173 billion from treating the symptoms of being overweight and obese. These figures are likely higher today as obesity rates are...
They're making money off of you being fat and passing away. They're making so much money on you just being sick because you do not know how to take care of your body. Like, I'm passionate about this. I'm so passionate about this. Like, it infuriates me when people promote a bad way of living, an unhealthy way of life of living. It just infuriates me. Like, you only have one body, take care of it. Like, bro.
steadily increasing. By 2030, 79% of Americans are projected to be classified as overweight. Although healthcare providers will often tell their patients that they should lose weight, there is a pressure to treat the immediate symptoms with meds. Often this is good enough to get back to well enough until the next thing pops up and needs to be dealt with the root cause being masked and not prioritized.
Last thing, I honestly believe as Americans, our biggest threat is ourselves. Our biggest threat is ourselves. We are going to essentially destroy ourselves. I don't see China coming and invading us, or Russia, or anything like that. I see us destroying ourselves. We're gonna take ourselves out with obesity, with migrant crisis, with big pharma, with gender wars, with homelessness. We're going to implode in ourselves. We're Rome.
The symptoms are just acting as the body's check engine light. The medications are only turning the light off for a while so it doesn't beep. Growing up in the era of late-night infomercials, I'm sure many of you may remember the constant loop of popular diets. Most commercials would start by being surprisingly self-aware, remarking how fad diets seem to be tough, short-term, and restrictive, and following with some before and after pictures of happy customers of this new proposed diet. The results are always incredible, with drastic weight loss in a short time frame. After the testimonials, the secret is revealed. This one simple trick or product will melt the weight off without even trying. Call now to get the body you deserve. Contrary to what is claimed, these diets are often highly restrictive, not sustainable, and even worse, most outright
They
lie
made a
about why they
bag off
actually
y'all
work.
in the
They
80s
want
and
you to
90s
believe
with this
it's their
bull crap.
radical approach,
Slim
meal
Fast
plans,
made
or
a
branded
bag.
products, when in actuality, they all work the same way. Contained in the protein, fat, and carbohydrates in your food,
Calories
are
in,
just
calories
units of
out.
measurement for energy. Every movement, thought, heartbeat your body produces is fueled by energy like gasoline for your car.
Facts.
And taking in more calories than your body uses, it gets stored as fat in case you need this resource if there is no food. When you use more energy than you take in, your body will begin to use its storage of fat, resulting in weight loss. All fat loss is based on this process. Besides not working for the reasons they claim, fad diets drastically cut the calories consumed per day to get results fast. This is damaging to the body by lowering your resting metabolic rate, reducing muscle mass, and unsustainable long term, leading to regaining of the weight, often at a worse starting point than before, then hopping onto the next diet that looks promising. This cycle of extreme weight loss followed by weight gain, only to go back to dieting, is known as yo-yo or crash dieting. Sadly, often the cycle ends by giving up, and much like taking medications to live a normal life, accepting the shock of being overweight as something that can't be fixed. Slowly tapering off calorie intake in small increments will help to lose weight
They really paid this
sustainably.
fat ass
Eating less
Asian for a
processed foods will
B-roll.
make it easier to eat less, as these options often contain less calories and more nutrients, while helping you feel full for longer. And finally, making small changes over time is easier than all at once and beginning extreme cycles. Healthy, maintainable weight loss is slow weight loss, and as the pounds come off, medications can often be reduced or eliminated as well.
That was a great video, guys. That was a great video discussing just obesity in the United States and just consuming, consuming. It's important for you guys to stay in shape. It's very important for you guys to really stay in shape. Like what what help what help are you to anyone if you can't help yourself? You control everything you do, including the food that goes into your body. I honestly, I don't even think it's the fault of these companies. I put little blame on companies and put more blame on you, because you can make the decision on if you want to eat this or if you want to eat that. Make healthier decisions. Make healthier decisions. When I don't exercise and train in a 2-day span, my body, I don't know what it is, but I start going crazy. I start feeling like I need to exercise and train. I need to eat healthier. And it's over time, that's how you are. It's not going to happen overnight. For those who are overweight and want to make a difference in their life, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be little by little, poco y poco, little by little. And you just need to make the change, and you need to make the change. Before we get off, I'm going to share you guys my Instagram for those who don't know that I really do take fitness and exercise very seriously. As you can see, this is my Instagram right here. Come on, man. But yeah, as you can see, this is me right here. This is me. I take fitness and exercise very, very seriously. It's either I'm cycling or let's look at some of my reels. It's either I'm cycling or lifting weights. Hopefully we'll be able to watch one of these right here. Let's it's either I'm cycling, lifting weights, doing something to stay in shape. I am a big advocate on just staying in shape, just training the body constantly, because stress to the body helps you lose weight. If you guys need any type of help or anything, you guys could click this link, go on to my Canva, and I offer monthly subscriptions down here where I can help you guys lose weight. A monthly subscription, 18 bucks a month, and I can be your trainer and I can help you lose weight. I can help you lose weight. Losing weight is not, it's not hard. Right here we have the 3-month monthly subscription for 42 bucks. $42 per 3 months. Per 3 months, I could give you a training routine and a dietary plan. Over here is 18 bucks a month, and I could get you a training routine. So guys, this is a steal because you spend more than $42 in junk food. Hold up, let me. Did I not? Can I not show you guys the? Hold on. I'm sorry about this, guys. Let me show you guys my right here. for $42 per 3 months. I could give you guys a training routine and a dietary plan. $18 a month, I could get you guys a training routine. Guys, and I'm certified. I'm certified. I was a US vet. I'm into cycling, and this is my body currently up to date. If you guys want to lose weight and change your life, please don't be shy to hop onto my Instagram, click the link, click here, and I could get you guys started. But anyway, guys, it was a great video. These videos been pushing on a little longer than usual because I want to share with you guys my commentary, and I want to show you guys other things that I have, like my Instagram plays. But anyway, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Stay healthy.